Info, the new school year started today, but it was not all smooth sailing. Here are your InfoHub headlines for today. President Granger assures that the foundation is being set to eliminate inequalities in education and public services in the hinterland. CJIA runs successful tests of their new arrival terminal. The government school buses are back in action, and normal electricity supply restored to Essequibo Coast. And now for the details. President David Granger says the groundwork is being laid to ensure that inequalities in public education and access to public services between the hinterland and the rest of the country are eliminated. The president was speaking at the beginning of Indigenous Heritage Month observances. Senika Thorne has the details.
The head of state made the remarks at the Indigenous Heritage Month's celebrations launch at Sophia Exhibition Center on September 1. President David Granger said that the government and the newly elected NTC must work together towards ensuring a better quality of life for the Indigenous peoples.
The newly elected Tushaus Council, under the new chairmanship, can expect the fullest cooperation from the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs and the central government. We are working for the common good, and we will cooperate with the National Tushaus Council to make sure that the policies that we both embrace, the removal of inequalities, will be furthered during their tenure of office.
NTC Chairman Nicholas Fredericks said that the organization is pleased with the government's response thus far.
It is our humble call to open your doors to us, the National Tushaus Council, as you have been doing, and we want to compliment you, the ministries, for accepting the Indigenous people's proposals. We would like to see more. There is always room for improvement.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Allicock said that his ministry is working with the villages to develop their village improvement plans in an effort to map development.
These plans are the basis upon which we will develop our villages, seek and justify funding, and have knowledge of our true potential. But we have to stop talking about our potential and really put our hands to the wheels and have the development process realized. So far, 57 VIPs will be completed by the end of this year. But the work continues. Every village should equip themselves with their VIP.
Indigenous Heritage Month activities continues with the annual cultural extravaganza on September 1 to 5 at the Heritage Village, Sophia Exhibition Center. Dances, songs, food, craft, and art exhibition will be on display. Also scheduled are the Heritage Games, a fundraising dinner, and reflection on the life of Stephen Campbell. The Heritage Village celebration is scheduled for September 15 at Shulinap Village, South Rubenuni, Region 9. Senika Thorne, InfoHub.
Thanks, Senika. The Ministry of the Presidency wishes to clarify the statements made on Friday, August 31, 2018 by the President at his press conference on the issue of negotiations with the Guyana Teachers Union and government's offer. The Ministry has noted that the President's remarks were misreported, either deliberately or through misinterpretation, in some sections of the media. The Ministry further noted that the President at no time said that the government is preparing to meet the 40% increase demanded, but rather it is undertaking efforts to augment its initial offer. More on the initial story and the President's press conference can be viewed on our website and social media. We continue with news from the education sector. The new school year began today with schools across the country reopening for the September term, but it was not all smooth sailing following strike action by the Guyana Teachers Union and some inclement weather.
Thousands of neatly dressed children attending nursery, primary and secondary schools for the first time excitedly turned out to their schools today as they begin their new journey. At North Georgetown Secondary, new students Trevon Ramdas and Aruni Seeley eagerly anticipated the start of the new school year.
Expecting to meet new friends having a new attitude, seeing new teachers, be expecting to do new subjects, going in different classes and other stuff. I know I'll be doing projects and it is a lot of hard work. You have to study because I know the first term is no test. We have to do assignments and homework to gain our marks. I know it will be very difficult, but I will get to there.
I'm a new student here. My big brother goes here, and when I came, I was feeling very nervous, but then I saw some of my friends from my old school, and well, they helped me. They helped me feel more at home. Okay, English and maths are my favorites, but I like English better, and I would really love to build a volcano.
Many parents went the extra mile to ensure that their children's books, uniforms, backpacks were in order. Some parents were teary-eyed and some happily entered their classrooms.
I felt sad, like when you're leaving for the first day of daycare, first day of nursery. It's a kind of sad feeling, but a joyful feeling because I know he did well and he tried his best. So I'm very proud of the school that he got.
Well, I feel very happy for her to return to school today. That's why I, came with her. I told the driver that now I'm going to take her to school this morning to, see how she's going to react and this kind of stuff. Yeah, and she's very happy to come to school today.
In Bartica, students of the St. John the Baptist Primary School were also excited to return to school.
I am excited so much because I can get to see back my friends and even teach them more things, and I could learn more.
Happy. I love to read my books on a holiday. I love to see back my friends and so on.
I am excited to be back at school. I am looking forward to top the region. I am excited to see my friends because they are excited to help me in the common entrance.
Also sharing their enthusiasm for the new school term were students from the 3 Mile Secondary School.
I can't wait to see my friends, and I'm a little worried about the teachers striking, and I'm thinking, since I'm preparing for CXC, I'm thinking about my work and my SBAs complete. I just want to finish my school year and have fun.
I feel great because I'm preparing for CXC and I want to do the best.
The mood was similar across other regions, but strike action by GTU affected several schools which operated with trainee and retired teachers who stood in for the striking teachers. Reports from the West Demerara are that more than 80% of teachers turned out in Region 3, but the turnout was much lower in Linden. Minister of Education Nicolette Henry and Chief Education Officer Marcel Hudson fanned out to schools nationwide as part of the traditional visits conducted on the first day of the new school year. Minister Henry visited with and spoke to students of the New Amsterdam Multilateral School. She also visited a number of the other schools in Region 6. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Attorney General Basil Williams says the Council of Legal Education meetings here in Guyana are being hosted at an important time in the country's development. Stacey Carmichael has details.
Guyana is set to host the Executive Council, EXCO, and Council of Legal Education, CLE, meetings for September 6 to 8 at the Marriott Hotel. Guyana had hosted the CLE in 1975, 1981, 1987, and 1994. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Basil Williams' senior counsel said among issues to be addressed is the establishment of the J.O.F. Haynes Law School. This is planned for the University of Guyana's Turkine campus. It was during the CLE meeting last year in Trinidad that A.G. Williams suggested that Guyana host the EXCO and CLE meetings.
The meetings will be chaired by Mr. Reginald Armour, SC, the chairman of the Council of Legal Education. Preparations are well on the way for both meetings. Guyana's team will comprise of the Chancellor of the Judiciary, Acting Madam Justice Yonette Cummins Edwards, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Head of the Bar Association, Mr. Kamal Ramkaran, and Mr. Robin Stovey, SC.
Further, the Attorney General clarified that permission has been given for the establishment of the law school here and that a feasibility study and construction plan were handed over to the CLE for initial comments.
It is also established that meetings were held. They were previous teams. You had people like Stephen Fraser, Nigel Hughes, etc. attended some of these meetings. And it's uncontroverted, but we've gone past that. And we were supposed to layover with the CLE, a business plan, and a feasibility study. That has been done. They have it now, and they're supposed to be reviewing it. And the joint venture partners, the Jamaicans, they're here today. And we are going to meet with the CLE tomorrow in relation to that feasibility study and business plan.
The CLE meetings opened formally on September 7. President David Granger will deliver the feature address. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
But you can't do that out here no more. What? Smoking. The new tobacco laws, you can't smoke in place like this no more. You get into trouble.
Man, what stupidness you telling me, man? I used to smoke out here all the time. We expect me for go now.
The new tobacco law says you can't smoke in indoor public spaces and some outdoor public places. Like this bus park, hospital compound, school compound, and the stadium.
Well, I'm glad you tell me, partner. I ain't gonna make the mistake ever again. I mean, you really want to affect nobody with me smoking.
Let's all work together to prevent cigarette smoking-related illnesses.
Thanks for staying with us. And now for more news. Electricity supply on the Essequibo Coast has been restored to normalcy as Anna Regina's new power plant is almost completed. Details in this Renata LaFleur report.
The Anna Regina power plant is now 75% complete. The project's engineer, Hugh Peru, told InfoHub that there was a delay in the equipment's delivery and some issues with contractors meeting deadlines. Nevertheless, he is confident that the project will be commissioned by mid-December as scheduled.
We have our 3 MAN diesel engines. They're placed on site already with all the auxiliaries. What is left to be done is connecting of the auxiliaries to the main engines and the electrical work, which will comprise of installation of the switch gears and so on in the building.
The new Anna Regina power plant will be the first in the country. The power plant will utilize heavy fuel oil, which is more economical for operations. Peru said Essequibians can look forward to a continuous and reliable supply of electricity.
This new power plant is unique in the sense that it is a containerized base load facility. We are accustomed to having these facilities where the engines are in an open power station setting, where all the engines are in one engine room. But this one, as you can see, we're having 3 containerized units.
The new Anna Regina power plant will replace the older system, which was used for decades. Renata LaFleur for InfoHub.
The Chedijagan International Airport successfully tested their new arrival terminal. Details from Alexis Rodney.
The trials started on August 31st and ended on Saturday, September 1. On Saturday, Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson, who arrived via a Caribbean Airlines flight, was quite pleased with the developments so far.
I actually timed it as a passenger. I mean, how long it took when we landed and how long it took me to clear customs, and I was out of customs in 11 minutes from when we landed to not customs, to immigration. So as a passenger, I do think that it's a better experience for me. So, I mean, hopefully when there's inclement weather and those things like that, I mean, that's even better. But I think it's a really great step for the airport.
According to Minister Patterson, the new arrival terminals should be officially opened on September 15. Work on the departure lounge is scheduled for completion by year end.
So it's a work in progress. I mean, we have to meet the Ministry of Culture, the tourism board and those places like that, so that we can come up with a good motifs to decorate the place, not only here, in and outside. At the moment, we're also doing a roundabout down below and a new road, access road. So it's continuous work, but I do anticipate that by the end of the year, close to the first quarter, everything will be finished.
Minister Patterson promised that more improvements will be implemented even after 2020. On Friday, InfoHub spoke with a few passengers who were also pleased with the progress so far.
I feel like it's a very nice modern development to it. From the flooring to the way the ceiling is, it's pretty high. It gives a very nice environment for new foreigners to come into the country as well as existing citizens, and it raises the morale, I guess, of the individuals coming to Guyana. So I do see it as a positive sign.
I am impressed. When I came off the flight today and I saw this, you know, before we actually land all the way and I saw this, I was thinking, what happened? What happened while I was away these couple of months? But it's beautiful. I'm very, very proud of what's happening. I'm very proud. I'm happy.
Deputy Chief Executive Officer of CJIA, Andrew Kelman, said that the purpose of the exercise was to fine-tune areas which could be deemed problematic. Kelman said tests are being conducted on the entire operational process, including the immigration and customs sections, to determine the equipment's effectiveness and ease of operation. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Stay connected with us for more news and updates via social media and our website at dpi.gov.gy. We leave you with the latest CPL match results and your bridge and weather reports. Goodbye.
Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from the Caribbean. Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from your #1. From me ready for the competition. You not take intimidation. Ready,